Right guys, so now we're going to look at two-handed wrist grabs. So there has been an escalation from the single-handed wrist grabs. We would commonly associate this with potentially being dragged somewhere. Yeah, so there is an escalation, but there's still an easy way out and it's still low risk. We're going to dive into the videos now and look at the detail and break it down for you. Cool. As you can see, myself and David are working on some double-handed wrist grabs here. Sometimes I'm being dragged, sometimes it's quite static, but you can see there's a lot of force here when grabbing my arm. So we're going to look at the detail now in executing the technique with the double-handed wrist grab. As you can see in the video, David was a lot stronger with the two hands, and we talked about the gait in the first video. Now, with a double-handed wrist grab, there isn't really a gait as such to get out of, so it's slightly different to all the rest of the wrist grabs that you're going to see. I can't pull away because this strengthens Dave's grip. I need to move towards. This then weakens the thumbs. So I use my other hand, the redundant hand if you like, to grab my own hand. Now if I pull backwards, Dave's got full strength with his grip. I must move forwards, which breaks that grip and puts leverage on his thumbs. So what we're looking at here is how not to do it to start, right? I don't want to be stepping away. This doesn't break Dave's grip in any shape or form, right? So you'll see me stepping forwards, right in line with the aggressor. As I do this, I'm weakening his grip with his thumb. So my elbow goes up and under and up towards his chin. I'm not striking with the elbow. This is just a movement that I do to get out. When I'm being pulled forwards, it is within my interest as well to be moving forwards to keep up with his footwork. I will just break the grip quite easily there. So I'm using my other hand, as you can see, to give myself some extra leverage. I'm stepping forwards, raising my elbow and forcing a leverage on Dave's thumbs. So to summarize, double-handed wrist grabs. I'm not playing tug of war with my own arm, right? So I'm not going to use my force against the aggressor's force, pulling in the opposite direction, right? So also, you've seen in that video, but I didn't mention in the video, as I'm driving my elbow up and forwards, I've got quite a guarded position, yeah, for any strikes that are going to come back my way, allowing me to cover up, to back away and create distance. So let's look at those checkpoints then. So first thing I do is when the hand's grabbed with the two hands, I make a fist. So that's checkpoint one. My redundant hand grabs over the top onto my closed fist. Checkpoint two. My elbow, I drive it forwards, up and under to create leverage on Dave's thumbs. I'm moving forwards, not backing away, so I'm closing distance quickly on the aggressor, especially if I'm being pulled. It's a necessity, I need to close that distance, and then I back away. There's your 5 checkpoints. Guys, we're going to test you on these at the end, so make sure you've written that down or memorized.